Hi, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time seeing my hands, hi, I'm Erin of Planning Life with Erin, and I'm so excited you decided to stop by and check out this video. Thank you so much for being here, and if you're returning, hey, how have you been? Okay, guys, it's Monday morning. It is November 3rd. I can't believe we're in November. Like, I blinked and October is now gone. I say this a lot on here. I feel like time is just moving really fast. And I know there's like theories that like when you get older, you're not like discovering new things all the time. So it just seems like the time is going by faster. But I don't know, guys. I feel like it's something more than that because even my kids are experiencing it. Granted, they're getting older. They're 11 and 13 now. But Weston said yesterday, how is it November? He's like, it'll be Christmas tomorrow. And he's 1,000 times right. I remember when I was younger, it seemed like it took forever to get to Halloween, to get through Thanksgiving and to Christmas and all that good stuff. But I don't know. I feel like time is moving a lot faster than normal. But because time keeps ticking by, we are going to be planning for this week. And I have a calm-ish week. I don't know, not really. Nothing's calm ever around here. I had a doctor's appointment this morning with my dermatologist. I'm already done and back from that. I have some deadlines on Friday that I have to meet for Planning Life with Erin stuff, and we're going to start planning or setting up one of my planners for next year. I haven't decided which one, so it's going to be a surprise for me too, but we'll be setting up here on the channel. So if you're interested in planner setups for 2026, planning in general, unboxing, stickers, pens, markers, all the things, stationery and journaling and planning and all that good stuff, definitely subscribe to the channel. And hit that bell notification. We do post every Monday and Wednesday, but we are sprinkling in a lot of things because we're in planner season and there's lots of things to talk about and share and all that good stuff. If there is a video that you would like to see, please leave me a comment down in the comments below. And I will see if I can put it on the schedule. I do plan on releasing an updated, like my favorite sticker shops, a pen swatching test if you are new to Hobonichi. I do have one that I believe I did last year, but I like to keep things fresh and keep the videos up at the top, and things change. My taste in pens or markers and things like that have changed, or I've experimented with different things over this year. And of course, I want to share it with you guys. So be on the lookout for those type videos. And yeah, I got a lot going on, guys. But I haven't quite decided which planner I'm going to set up first. So I have my Hobonichi Cousin. I do have my 2026 lineup video. That's a few videos down from here. If I ever figure out how to link it so it like shows up here, I'm going to do it. And I will link it. But we're either going to be setting up the Hobonichi Cousin. I have my Hobonichi A6. I have Hobonichi Weeks. And then I have a Traveler's Company notebook and inserts. So I haven't quite decided. I already know pretty much what I'm doing. Although I do have a poll up in Patreon right now because I'm a little stuck with what tabs I should use. So I put it up for a vote in Patreon because part of the Patreon community is that they're helping me, or you would be helping me build this cozy corner, this cozy community that we have going on here. And part of that is, if you've watched my Plan With Me videos and I'm like, guys, I don't know what to use. What should I do? It's a lot of that. I do like input and voting and things like that. So especially right now, if you want to say in what's going on with my planners, definitely join Patreon. All that's linked below. I think I said it in my last video. I will be like I changed the tiers around a little bit, and it was before all the things. And I realized that money is potentially tight for a lot of people who, maybe have been furloughed from the government, or I know there's a lot of layoffs happening across the board. Joe had to take a pay cut. Hasn't kicked in yet. I don't know when that's going to happen. But I think I'm going to go in and I'm going to change the tiers around because part of what I want and what's important to me is that it's affordable and you feel like you could be a part of the cozy community and dive in a little deeper if you'd like, but it not breaking the bank. So with everyone's budget in mind, I think I'm going to go and kind of like change things around a little bit in there. And I've been kicking around potentially opening it up for like $1. Oop, sorry, I hit my lamp. I'm not sure what it will be, but I was thinking about maybe opening something up for $1 for a Patreon, like for the month, and then taking all of those signups and payments and then donating it to my local food bank. But I haven't decided how I'm going to do it and all that good stuff. But if you think it's a good idea, let me know. If you have any ideas, because I feel like I have this platform and I feel like I want to be able to use it for good. And I want to be able to help my neighbors, not like literally or, figuratively, just my neighbors here in my home state and anybody who might need help with food this month, because I don't feel like anyone, a child or an adult, should have to go without food. It's a basic necessity, for survival, kind of like water and all that good stuff. So, I don't know, I'm kicking around some ideas on how to help raise some money for that. So if you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. I've been chatting with my Patreons about it and we're kind of like kicking around some ideas, but okay. Anyways, now we're going to use the Thecoffeemonsterzco. I was looking, I used this kit and I'm like, when did I use it? I like looked all through like October and I'm like, when did I use it? And then I kept going and then I kept going and then I kept going. And where was it? Maybe I lied to myself. I was like, wait a minute, I thought I used it. When did I use it? Oh gosh, guys. There we go. I knew I used it. I used it at the beginning of September, or I guess towards the end of September. So we're going to use it again because we do fall in September. My house is decorated for fall. And then we have spooky season, or October, which I absolutely love. So we did a lot of like spooky spreads and things like that. Also, I have Halloween decorations still up in my house because Halloween was on a Friday, so Weston decided he wanted Halloween. So we had Halloween, and we couldn't take down like the spooky stuff. So that, sorry, I'm like joking over here. So I need to write down in my planner somewhere that I need to find time this week to put away all of the spooky stuff and then start bringing out the November fall stuff. And what I mean by that, because you guys, you're probably like, you're a crazy person. What do you mean? So what I mean by that is, like, how in September and October around here, like we have like, I think we're already past our peak foliage, but everything's like yellow and orange and red and so pretty. And now, most of the trees, like in my area, like my neighborhood, for instance, my backyard, I have a couple of big trees. They're all bare now. We've had a couple of windstorms and things like that. So everything's like brown. But evergreens are still good. I have an evergreen in my backyard. So it's, the pine. So I'm going to switch everything over to, this is like my rationalization. And, and I was explaining it to Joe and it makes sense. So I'm taking away like all of the oranges and the reds, like all of like that traditional fall deco, and bringing in more of the greens, like the evergreens and pines, some gold and like pine cones and stuff like that, and kind of like, because then I transition into Christmas. We are probably going to Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving this year, so I'm not going to have Christmas. Like, I won't have Thanksgiving here like I normally do, although I haven't hosted a Thanksgiving probably in 3 or 4 years because we had COVID, then we had pneumonia. We were supposed to go last year to PA, so I don't know. I'm hoping next year will be a Thanksgiving that I get to host because my birthday will be on Thanksgiving, and I enjoy having Thanksgiving with my family and then decorating the tree. So that's what we tend to do when I like this girl. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted because I do like to talk a lot. So if you like chatty videos, definitely subscribe. But I do like, oh, I did have one. Sorry, I was looking for that. But anyways, so I do like to have my Christmas tree up when I host Thanksgiving. But we do have like cats. We have 4 cats. And I mean, I think they're probably old enough now, but, I did not do my blood pressure at all last week, guys. So bad. All right, we're going to do it this week. It's a new week, new me. Yay. Anyways, I don't know if I trust the cats to, with a Christmas tree that's been, like that we won't be here, So I'm not sure when we're going to put the tree up. And you're probably like, you're crazy. I can hear you. But I do like to, have it up before Thanksgiving, but I don't think that I'm gonna be able to do it. Sorry, I like lost my train of thought for a second. Sorry, I was like paying attention and being all into the planning process over here. We're gonna do my, oh shoot. See, I knew I was gonna mess up. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Maybe it doesn't matter. I'll just pop these in. I know these are my habits. I'm thinking about next week doing something a little different. I know I said that last week, but I honestly have not had any time to like play around to see like what I want to do different in my planning. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's see. We covered not being here for Thanksgiving, setting up and taking down and setting up my after Halloween, preparing for Christmas decorations. And let's see, I have the bottom sitting here. I'm like, all right, maybe I shouldn't talk and do things, but we can do this. This isn't my first rodeo, right? I talk through all of my videos. I'm a little like all over the place today. So I think it's because I had a doctor's appointment like first thing this morning, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I love that I can just like drop the kids off and just head on to the doctor's. I was actually like half an hour early, which was nice because I did listen to my audiobook. I try to take advantage when I have the time to listen to an audiobook. And I will say I finished Stalking Jack the Ripper. Man, it was a marathon, but I finished it on Halloween and I was really excited. So I did 4 books for October. I'm not sure if I can beat that with my in November. Like, I don't know if I have it in me to do 5 books, but I guess anything's possible. So stay tuned for that. I'm trying to figure out, I kind of want to do this. No, not this one. My markers are like all jammed up over here. I think I want to, nope, that's still not the right one. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Here we go. I got it. Okay, I think I kind of want to use these two. It's not like the exact blue. It's like a gray blue, but I really kind of love it. So I think, yeah, we're going to do it. And we're going to use, all right, so we've got 992, and then we have N52. And I'm going to see, it's like I don't usually use this. Part of me kind of wants to take it off. I do love it, though. Let's see. Yeah. Only because I've been doing things a little bit differently. I've been like having my sidebar have important things that I need to get done rather than doing a to-do list. But you know what? We're just going to leave it. Let's experiment with the rest of the spread maybe. And we'll add a section for to-dos. Like maybe I could do it here. I've got these really cool stencils that I got from Beauty by Starlet. Maybe I can use something like that. I don't know. Ooh, maybe. Maybe, baby. I kind of have an idea in my head. Okay. Do I have bullets on here? No, right? Oh, I do. Do I want to use them? That's the question. I think I do. So Halloween was a blast. I hope you had a nice Halloween as well. If you have kids, I hope it wasn't too bad of a candy coma. We had a good night. It was pretty nice out. Temperature-wise, it wasn't too bad. Like, let's put it to you this way. It's snowed on Halloween before. We've had snow on Halloween. So, it just being windy is okay. It was a bit chilly. I did wear a winter coat. I know it might be a little overkill. However, oh shoot, I do have to put this like that. Okay, it's fine. I'm not going to stress about it. I did do this line here, but I don't have room to put my hobbies. Okay. I can do it, guys. I can do it. Yeah, so it was just windy, but I did have on like a winter coat. I know. I feel like every year I'm like, oh my God, this is such overkill. And then after we're out for like an hour, I'm like, oh, this is a good idea. All right, this is going to look a little weird. I don't know. I'm going to have to play around with this a little bit more, I think, because I do love these, but I don't think that I'm going to be using them in here because then I can't do my sidebar the way that I really want to. And this is okay for now. Okay, yeah, so I went out with my winter coat on. I had a hat. Joel's looking at me. My neighbor's looking at me like I'm a wackadoo. And no, I was fine. I was warm. It was cold. When that wind blew, it was pretty cold. I don't have a book right now I have an audiobook, but I don't have a book. So I'm just going to keep that at 3. And I will add my book, my little tiny icon book, when I decide what book I'm going to read next, if I'm going to read another one. Okay, let's see. I have headers here. Now, I did this thing last week where I blocked this off and I just did morning routine. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. But I don't feel like I need to write in all this stuff. So, how do we want to do this? Since I don't have too many headers, I do have, oh, these are so cute. I do have these. So I do want to use, but they're meant to go like all the way over. So, all right, we're going to use this one and then we're just going to cut. We're going to cut it, but where does it need to be cut? Okay, right before the trees. Oh, there's like a little line there. Well, I think it's part of the pattern, but it works out nicely. So we're just going to cut that, and then I'm going to save this and use it for something else. And I did like doing the blood pressure thing down here, even though I didn't do it. We're going to do it, guys. We're going to do it. I was just saying it to my dermatologist. That's where I went this morning. And I was like, my blood pressure's been a little high, but it's been tough because when I do my blood pressure, even if it's just a little high, I get nervous. And I feel like that makes my blood pressure go up higher. So my mom had the thought of just doing it 3 times a week, which I was trying to do, but I was unsuccessful in remembering. And you know what? It was a busy week. So I'm going to give myself some grace. And we're going to make it happen. We're going to just do our best. That's all we could do is our best, right? I kind of want to, I feel like I need something up here. I'll try that for a second, but I also kind of like this week. So what if I did, okay, let's do that this week. That's like my this week in tracking. All right, so I have this down here and I'm going to put in my tracking for my blood pressure because we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And then what do I want to do at the top? Because I did kind of like having, I don't know if this goes. Sort of, but not really. Ooh, I know. Maybe can I use this one? I've been trying really hard to use up all this washi and I've been unsuccessful. All right, now how did I do it? I'm just gonna block. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do this? I don't know, guys. If I do that, where do I put the weather? I've been really enjoying tracking the weather. It's not necessary, but I've been like tracking what time I wake up and then the weather, and I've been doing it for a while and I kind of like it. So if I pull this down, that's going to take me to 7 o'clock. I don't usually, I don't know. I don't think we're going to use it. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you try to do things a little differently. I do want to see, what do I have? I have these book ones. I could use those. I think I have, if I can find them, a sheet. Maybe I do not. Maybe I lied. Thought I had like the large doodles. Maybe. I might know where they are. I have a whole sheet. I do. Okay. I didn't think I was losing my mind, but you never know. Okay. So I'm going to decorate a little bit up here. I don't think I'm going to use I've already used part of this kit. Now I'm like, dang it. Okay. Let's do this long one for the weekend. So we can do that, and then we'll just fill in weekend. Okay. And then I want to use these little bits for like just some deco up here in between the dates. I think it'll look cute. So let's just do, ooh, cute. And we have a pumpkin. All right, guys. So we made it to the haunted hayride. I know a lot of you are really excited to hear all about it, and I am very excited to talk about it. It was so much fun. Both kids enjoyed it very much, and it was just something different. So this year we didn't do the what do I want to use? I like the trees. There's trees there too. Okay, let's use these. So we didn't do like our traditional go to the pumpkin patch, do a corn maze and things like that. We did the haunted hayride, and it was a lot of fun. I'm going to say, we went on the 1st, so we went after Halloween. It was pretty busy, which was like, I wasn't surprised that it was busy, but we had tickets for 6:45, and I was like, come on guys, like we're about a half an hour away. So I told them, I'm like, come on, we got to get going. We want to be there at least a half an hour early. And we got there about 20 minutes early because had I had said nothing, we would have been there late. But we were the first people in line, which was really nice. And we went on the hayride. And I don't know if I mentioned this on here with you guys before, but I am not a fan of the chainsaw or the chainsaw noise. Nope, not for me. And of course, the first stop of the hayride was like very Texas Chainsaw Massacre like. And of course, in true, haunted anything fashion, two guys actually were wielding chainsaws, and of course, they hopped up onto the wagon, and I made myself as small as humanly possible. I was sitting next to Spencer. It was Joe, Weston, Spencer, me. And yeah, I could feel the breeze of the chainsaw, but I refused to open up my eyes. I was almost having a panic attack. But I had to stay calm for my children's. So, yeah, that was the first one. And then actually we went to like another area where there were clowns, and Spencer is not a huge fan of clowns. But she handled herself very well. But one of the performers came up, and they're like, "You're pretty," and like made her day. Another funny thing was we had, well, all right, hold on, let me put this down, because apparently talking and planning, I can't do that right now. So we went through the hayride. Hold on, Tuesday. What else do we have on Tuesdays? We have Science Club. We'll put that here to mark Science Club. And let me put this stuff down first so I know what's going on and I don't mess up. Wednesday we have drama and 3D printing. I'm going to put this little speech bubble down because I am not entirely sure if Spencer has drama tonight at 5. Like, I'm kind of confused about the whole, like the way that this whole thing works. Oh, I was going to do something fun too for my to-dos. Maybe we'll do that over here. Okay. Thursday, we have karate. And choir. Let's put this one in for choir. I love the colors. I love that there's mushrooms on here. It makes me very happy. I love mushrooms. Okay, so we went through the corn maze. We did that. And though Spencer was having a great time, she, I think, was nervous. So once we get off of the hayride, we did, let me see, where do I want to put this? It's on Wednesday. I feel like I could put it here. Hold on, I'm going to wait on that for a second. So after the hayride, there was like, I thought it was a corn maze, but it was just part of the corn maze. Like it was like a section that they weren't using. How do I want to do this now, guys? Do I want to use that size? I think I'm going to do this size. Doesn't fit between, oh yeah, it does. If I do it here and just have that be my to-dos. I did use my this week sticker already. Let's see, what else do I have to do? Yeah, we'll just do it that way. Okay. Now, I am new to this stenciling, and I'm not the greatest, but you don't get very far unless you practice. So, I'm going to try to center this and see how it comes out. Kind of wish I had a bigger box. But I think, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna use the straight edge because I think that might actually be better for me to make sure it goes across these two boxes, and we'll just use it as a straight edge. That works. So anyways, so when we got off, it was like what looked like was gonna be like a haunted corn maze, and originally. So it's been forever since I've been to any of these scary things. Just because kids and life and all that good stuff, not complaining, but it's just, that's what happened. So we get off and like they're waiting to, you know, like have you go through the next thing. And Spencer's like, I don't want to. So we're like, all right, that's fine. And we're both kind of like, are you sure? Like, you know, we were fine with it, but we just want to make sure she was sure. So the way that they did it was they had, this isn't too bad. I don't mind that. I don't hate it. Okay. So they had, they used to do, I'm having so many problems with my speaking today. They used to do just the hayride. And then you'd go from the hayride to like whatever. If they had something else, like a haunted something, you'd walk to it or whatever. But now they do this thing where you get off and it's like right there. Do I want to use one of these? Sure. I don't think so. I'm going to write it in here. To do. Okay. And then we'll just add some deco. So when you get off, it was like right there, which was nice. But Spencer was like, no, I don't want to. And, you know, I get it. She was a little freaked out from it all. But we talked to the person that was there in costume, which is so funny. They're just standing there and we're like, how scary, you know, what is it? Is it a corn maze? Is it, let's see, where do I want to put this? Right here, maybe? Right in the center? In the corner? Let's do it in the corner. Okay, I like that. And they were just saying that it wasn't like a corn maze. It was just like a carved out section of like the corn. And we, let's do another one here and here. So she decided to go, which was nice. I was excited that she went, that we went through it, and she loved it. But I will say it was really funny because there was this one person that was like dressed up as a clown or something, and she's walking through and she's like all quiet, and all of a sudden she just screams like at the top of her ever living lungs. And Spencer, like, because she was like in our face when she did it, like right next to us, and Spencer like allowed her to scream and then looked at her and said, girl, you need therapy. And I almost died. I thought it was quite funny. But she handled it very well. And Weston did a really good job too, I would say. I don't know if he got terribly scared. I got scared on the wagon. Then I got scared on the walkthrough. We were walking, and I said to the kids before we went through it, I said, listen, I said, here's what happens. If you walk in the front, you'll have a jump scare. If you hang out in the back, in the caboose, you will have people following you. Music. So Spencer decided she wanted the jump scare. Weston didn't mind if he had the people following him. So Spencer and I went in the front, and eventually they who was walking fast, slow, whatever, because I think they realized that it wasn't as scary. I mean, they've probably seen more scary things on this game that they play Doors than anything else. But they kind of walked up a little bit ahead of us, sort of, I think. And then Joe and I were walking together, and they didn't jump scare Spencer. They waited till I was walking and jump scared me. And I almost said bad words because I wasn't expecting it. I'm a little out of practice when it comes to haunted things. But so I had a jump scare there. And then there was another section where the strobe light, there was I could see the person. They had a white paint on their face, and I don't even know what they were supposed to be. It was crazy asylum or something. But I saw them, and apparently that didn't matter because the strobe light did something, and they moved really weird, and it scared the pants off of me. And then me and Spencer both got scared. Let's see. Because I wanted to do every other color. That's okay. We can add this one into the mix, I guess. I do love this color. So we walked through. So it was I forget what one of them was. One of them was a bayou, and I forget what the other one was called. But we're walking through, and we saw the person, and they were making a weird bird sound. I cannot reproduce it, nor do I want to. So they were making this weird bird sound, and it was fine. It was creepy, but it was fine. It sounded all honesty, Joe makes weird bird sounds too every once in a while. And it sounded kind of like that, and it was fine. And then all of a sudden, as we're walking, we were gaining some distance from this person, and all of a sudden it got really loud and not human sounding, not anything. It was freaking scary. It was a scary sound. I don't know how else to describe it. And I wasn't the only one because Spencer got scared too, and the both of us started running. So that was kind of funny. Not funny, haha, but funny. It was a good time though. We left, and the kids were like, that was so much fun. And that I don't know, it just made me really happy. Because it's been forever. And I love. I have some birthdays this week. We have the trunk show. Oh, and I do want to make sure I put on my to-do list to make sure we go get flu shots. So I'm going to write that first so I don't forget. Flu shots. And I also have to pay the water bill. So pay water bill. And I have to return some stuff at Kohl's. So yeah, so it was fun. They really liked it, and I really liked that they liked it. I love scary things. So I'm glad that I was able to, I don't know, share that with them. It was nice. Okay, so I had a doctor's appointment this morning. So I had the dermatologist. Whoops, I can spell. Derm, and I went at 8:30. Okay, perfect. Oh boy, I'm okay, let's see. I do want to I'm going to use this guy, and I'm going to put it in. Do we want to do it here for my dad's birthday? Or I think I'm going to put it here for my flu shot reminder, because I'm hoping to go on Sunday. I do want to use something for my dad's birthday. So let's put this here. I don't know. Thinking How do I want to do this? Let's do it this way. I have these like headers, and I do kind of want to put like a break in the day. So let's see, that's like 5 o'clock. I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to put the happy birthday dad here. So Paper Mouse is doing a pen trunk show, or sailor pen trunk show. Oh, I still have all these too. And I'm hoping that we're going to be going. I think I want to do another to-do box. I kind of like that. So maybe I'll do another one here. And if I do that, then we can put that here. Ooh, I like it. All right, let's do another box. Yeah, so they're doing I almost said Taylor Swift. Gosh, guys, it's been a morning. All right, let's see. We did the 2 or the 22. Yeah, so they're doing a Sailor Punk. I'm done with words today. I should just retire now and cut my losses for the day. They're doing a sailor pen, that's not straight, trunk show at the Paper Mouse, there we go, on Saturday, which is also my dad's birthday. But I asked him, I said, hey, I know it's your birthday, but is it okay if the kids sleep over on Friday night so Joe and I can get out early? I mean, like, it's like an hour away. It's not like terribly long. So we can get out. We're going to go spend the day together. And I said to him, to Joe, because my parents were like, yeah, that's fine. All right, I gave up on the straight edge right there. Whatever. My parents were like, that's fine. And I said, you know, you guys can come back to the house and we will do cake for Dad for his birthday and pizza. Like, I'll cook. It doesn't have to be pizza. I just said pizza because usually we have pizza on Friday night, Saturday nights. So that's this one's better, but that's okay. So that's the plan for Saturday. The kids are going to sleep over on Friday night, which is going to be nice. And I told Joe, I said, listen, because something always happens when it's my birthday. I think I'm going to put that right there. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just cover the other side. That's where I kind of made a little bit of an oopsie. Nothing crazy, but I think it'll look better on this side. Okay, I like that. So every year around my birthday, somebody's sick or something always catastrophic happens and I never get to celebrate my birthday. So, oh, I have my Patreon Zoom on Friday night. Oh no. We added a new Zoom, so I think I might have to change it to the 14th. I'm like checking my work planner, my content planner over here, and I think I might change it to the 14th. I didn't want to do them back to back, but I need to make a note. Let's see, change Zoom date. So yeah, so because we're always sick or something catastrophic happens on my birthday, it's always like, oh, okay, I can't go off my birthday this week. Not that we do much anyways, but we can't. So I end up postponing it and then it never happens. So I told Joe, I said, we'll go out Friday night for my birthday. It's a little like so my birthday's not until the 26th, but it might be a good night for us to go out. So now I need to make sure I change my Zoom and make it for the 14th. Okay, I think that can happen. Let's put down some birthdays. I'm just going to use, all right, I already have that one for my dad's birthday. And then we have, oh, that one's sad. We don't want a sad one. I don't want a sad emoji. All right, we have the heart as for my planner Bessie. I'm actually just going to pop it in here so I don't forget. And then on the 4th, which is tomorrow, I have my aunt's birthday. Oops. A lot of birthdays in November. Okay. All right, let's get going. I want to put something here. What should I put there? Kind of like the shirt. I've been using these for my daily pages. I do like this shirt. Do I use it? Let's see. I'm looking around to see if there's anything else that I have. Let's do this instead. Let's use this stationery or journaling desk. And then I'm gonna do some journaling. Okay, all right, this is a really great start. I apparently have a lot going on this week. Okay, so let's do, this is my goals for the week. And then I'm gonna mark in some creative working time. Like I said, I have some deadlines this week. So I wanna make sure I get all that done. But yeah, I'm excited to have a date night and then a date afternoon with Joe at the Paper Mouse. Let's see, Sailor. I think it's just a trunk show. And it's at the Paper Mouse. And I told him, I was like, well, I might buy another Sailor pen because I'm kind of sort of obsessed with them. And the ink and all that stuff. So I was like, if I find one that I really like, I might get one and we'll just call it a birthday gift. Flu shots. Last year we didn't even get them. I'm not usually like, ooh, get flu shots, but Spencer actually had the flu last year. So I'm like, maybe we should get them. All right, so we have, let's see, Tuesday, science club and karate. So this is a teaching karate class. It was so funny. So usually Joe and I split when we take the kids. So we had the last couple of weeks, he's taken them because I've had like a lot of work that I need to get done. So to have the extra hour, and then it's kind of quiet in here because I take Spencer to choir, he takes Weston to karate and stays there. So it's a little quiet. It's nice. But the last 2 weeks, he's been taking them both on Tuesday and Thursday. So we're doing, last week I did both nights, and I actually had like, this is 5 p.m. I had food that I wanted to take to donate to the food bank. So and like Joe's just weird like that. He's like, well, I want to bring them in. And I'm like, okay. I mean, we all have our things. I don't like to make phone calls. So I guess he's allowed. So I was like, well, I'll take them. And I secretly kind of knew, and don't tell him, but I secretly kind of knew Spencer had a lot of homework because she was out sick Monday and Tuesday. And tomorrow is the last day of the quarter. So I'm like, okay. I was like, I'll take Weston to karate tonight. He got stuck helping Spencer. She didn't actually go to choir last week because homework comes first no matter what. But I came home from karate and I had a nice evening. I'm so terrible. I read a lot of my book, actually, Stalking Jack the Ripper. And I came in and Joe's face was priceless because he was still sitting on the couch and he was helping Spencer with her homework. And yeah, so he pulled the short straw. I looked like I was doing something nice and I was like, oh, I'll take him. So anyways, at least I didn't have to do homework. But this week we'll probably try to alternate unless I have a migraine or something stupid on Thursday. All right, let's see. I'll probably take him tomorrow night. So this way if something happens to me on Thursday, Joe doesn't get stuck with them both nights. I put this little heart here because I'm not sure if Spencer's going to have drama. So she auditioned. And let's see. I want to write dad. And I'm going to write birthday. Might be a little squishy. Oh, I did it. Okay. So they had auditions and like everybody gets a part. Like it's, you know, it's just for them to gauge like who's gonna get dad gift. I don't want to forget to do that. I already have dough, so I should be set on that. So they had them audition. I'm like, what was I saying? They had them audition, and everybody gets a part. So I think that went up on Friday, her friend was saying, but Spencer forgot to ask. And she had mentioned that she might have drama tonight, so she needs to find that out. Oh, that's not very centered. Who is doing the planning this week, guys? Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me today? Let's do, I'll pop that in there. I know there's a pumpkin there, but it's okay. It looks fine. If this is your first time around here, I promise, we're usually, no, I lied. We're usually chaotic around here. All right, let's do, I want to do a tracker for my blood pressure. Did I actually use it last week? No. Did I have one last week? No. I did use one though. Didn't I? Oh goodness. Yes, I did. Way back. Maybe not. Oh, I did. Okay, let's try it again. Where shall I put it? I'm gonna put it over here. Or do I put it down here? Oh, if I put it over there, let's make it pop. Let's do it orange so it pops off this. And then this way it's kind of like right near where I'm supposed to be doing the blood pressure. Okay, so let's do blood, really small pressure. Ew, that's awful. Okay, good enough. I think that's fine. All right. I feel like there's more things that I should be putting on here. I do want to try to use this up as much as I can. So let's see what else. I have boxes and things. As far as I know, we don't have anything else this week. Let me look one more time. October, November. Oh, I have a hair appointment, but that's not until next week. And then there's no school. Dermatologist, 3D printing. Oh, art club. That is on Thursday. Good thing I looked. So we do art club every other, I want to use that one. Every other Thursday. Let's use this one, if I can get it off. I can't get it off. There we go. And I remember the every other week because that's when Weston is doing the morning announcement. So this week is a morning announcement and an art club week. The art club. Perfect. All right. I think we're doing pretty good, guys. Let's see, today is cloudy. I think it's supposed to rain later, but it's only like 47 degrees. Like, no thank you. Wake up time was at 5:15 today. And I know that not a lot of people agree with this statement that I'm going to make. Please don't unfollow or unsubscribe. But I like when we change the clocks. Only now is when I like when we change the clocks because I feel like this is the time that my body is like normally set at. And like I can get up at 5:15 and be like, all right, let's start the day. My kids, on the other hand, are like, no. They did not want to get up this morning. I don't know why. I'm like, hey, listen, you got extra sleep. You should be fine. I'm going to actually put this envelope down because I think I'm supposed to be getting a package this day. So I'm going to put that there. And then we want to add in my grocery stuff. But yeah, so I do like the time change. Please don't come at me. I know a lot of people do not feel that way. And I totally get it. But this is like where my body seems to be, I don't know, set to. Usually it lasts pretty long. And then what ends up happening is, once we get later into winter, I guess, February, I do, like, it's cold, it's dark, I totally get it. But once we change the clocks back again, I don't want to wake up in the morning. Like, I'm waking up at like 5:30, and then suddenly we change the clocks, and I don't want to get up because my body's like, hold on, what'd you do? So I am happy about the time change right now. I am not happy about how dark it is going to be in the afternoon. I just wish that we left it alone, if I'm being honest, where we just like let it naturally happen. But I get it. I know that there are like things where, maybe kids will be standing outside at 8 o'clock waiting for a bus and it's pitch black. So, I mean, I get that too. I just wish that we didn't have to mess with it. Okay, I'm looking around to see what else I need to do. I think I've got everything. So my goals this week are, let me see, audiobook, which I've already started. Not sure how I feel about it. I guess it's a rom-com. It's like Falling Like Leaves, I think the name of it is. It's not bad or anything. It's just, what is it called? I have like all these fall rom-coms in front of me. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up for you. Falling Like Leaves, I was right. So I'm not sure. I think I like it, but I'm only about an hour or so into it, so I will keep you posted on that. I wanted to kind of like switch back to fall rom-com type things. I will say that Stalking Jack the Ripper, it is part of a series. That one is the first one, and then the next one is like Stalking Prince Dracula or something like that. Same characters. Literally just goes from one story to the next, like the same like few days or something. That's what it seems like because I've read like a preview. I will be getting that in audiobook though, because I love reading the book, but I do prefer audiobooks. And the reason why is because I can be cooking and folding clothes and listening to my book. I can't read a book while I'm doing those things. So I really, really love audiobooks. I do try to make it a point to read at least one book a month, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. And that's okay. I don't feel bad about it. But I definitely want to listen to that one. And also because, like, I love, like, when I'm reading a book and I'm narrating it, like this was in England in 1888, Stalking Jack the Ripper. And, like, I've got, like, a British accent, like, when I'm narrating it in my head kind of thing. So, like, I just want to hear how they do it. All right. I like how this came out. I'm, like, kind of wanting to just stop here because I'm not sure what else I'm going to need to mark in for the week. I do need to budget, so I'm going to have like my beginning of the week to do and my end of the list, the end of the week to do. So we put that in there, and then we will write in to do. Again, I'm just trying to do some different things and just kind of see how I like it. I typically traditionally plan in like a vertical format, like where I am like kind of time blocking and all that stuff, but I'm trying to do something a little bit different and make it a little bit more playful and fun, and like maybe just do some different things. I don't want to feel confined by the lines. I don't think that we should. We can definitely do things outside the lines. All right, so my goals, I've got my audiobook. I always do the same thing. But instead of low local spend, I think what I'm going to do is I want to just do save $10. That's all I want to do. I just want to take $10 out of the bank and put it in an envelope and save it. And then move body. Got to get better with that. I have my moments, but I need to get better with that. And I do want to budget. So let me see if I have... Should I do the UGG? I think that would be suiting. Or the sad one. Let's do the sad one because I'm that person. Let's do that, and we'll put it in. I probably should do it. Oh, what was this for? Science club. Tuesday, but maybe I'll try to do it tonight. We'll see how tired I am. So I'm gonna put it like down here. I'll put it on. Actually, hold on. We'll do it here. All right, budgets. I will say, I know I said it in my last email. I'm looking at that. I'm saying email. I know I said this in one of my other videos. I have not budgeted in 2 months. So I'm like literally living on Post-its and like my memory. So if you've been around, you know my memory isn't that great. Let's see. Science Club. I'm not sure if it's just going to be for one or both of my kids yet. I'm trying to get Spencer to see if she likes it. She started it like when she wasn't sick. And she was like, oh, it's kind of boring. But I think that she needs to give it a chance. I want to put this down here like that. Rest day is Sunday, and it is going to rain on Sunday. So hopefully we can get our flu shots either Saturday, like early evening, or Sunday. And then we can just like be chill. All right. I think that's it. I'm like really taking a look at these to see if I can add in more things, just to add in more things and use up these stickers. All right, so we've got that. I've got plan. Let's do update planner, and let's do that down here. I'm just going to pop it in over here maybe. Maybe I can have it be like a to-do. Nah. All right, let's do it. I kind of like it. I'm going to do it right here. Or is that too much right there? Maybe I can have like a morning planner sesh. Let's do that on Sunday. Gown day, don't need that. I have birthdays. I'm trying to think if I want to use this for anything. Let's try this. I don't know how it's going to look, but let's try it over here to do. That's okay. And then I have a couple of boxes. Like I have this one. I have UGG. I'm going to put the UGG with the budgeting, because that's how I feel about it. Okay. The rest I will just add into my reusable sticker book. Maybe we can use this somewhere. How about like right here? That works. I think that's pretty much, I have some to-dos and some checks. Do we want to use one? I feel like I don't want to do too much and have it be too overpowering. But I think that might look okay there. And then let's do this one over here. That's cute. I feel like that's a lot of stickers. I use quite a bit, but I feel like let's stop. Let's quit while we're ahead. All right, let me know what your thoughts are down below. I did do a couple of different things, nothing crazy. These two to-do boxes here, and then I did set up my sidebar just a little bit differently. I don't hate it. I actually really like it. I like these boxes here, so maybe we'll do something bigger. Like I don't know. I'm going to keep playing with it. I hope it was in frame. I'm going to keep playing with it because like I've said before in my other videos, I think it's important to play around with your planner, especially like as we're going into a new year. Just because it works doesn't mean that it can't, I don't want to say improve, but because it works, like I usually say, well, if it works, then, you know, don't fix it. But sometimes it's nice to experiment because something you may or may not have thought about to try or do becomes your next favorite thing for the new year. So I know I usually do that. So I did forget to use these. I was going to bring in some of these. I don't know what they say. I got them from Temu, and I was going to try to add in some of these cute stickers, but I think maybe, let me see if I can find something that, these were so cute. I got these off Temu, and they're just so stinking cute. I don't think that I have enough space. Maybe we'll use them in the weeks. But these are super duper cute. Oh, that's kind of cute. The cat. All right. I think I'm going to call it done because I don't really see. These are so cute. Oh, what are these? Oh, these are cute too. Maybe we'll just use these to plan in my in my Hobonichi weeks. Because I don't see anything that really goes with the phones. Those are so cute. Oh, these were like Halloween. I could have used these on Halloween. Oh. Let's see. This is what happens. I have stickers and then I forget that I have stickers because I put them away. Can we use any of these guys? I don't think they match. All right, we'll use them. We'll save these and we're going to keep them out. So I know I have them. Okay, let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Are you excited that we're in November? I have a question. Do you go fall spooky Christmas? Or do you do something like fall spooky, still fall Thanksgiving Christmas? Like, let me know. I do not skip Thanksgiving around here. Like I've said, it's my birthday. It's one of my favorite holidays. Might be biased, but I love Thanksgiving. I just like being able to be together with my family. We don't get together very often anymore. You know, who has their own families and lives and things and all the stuff. But it's just like a nice little way to see Joe's family or to see my family and to get together, especially because we don't really do big Christmas anymore. So it's nice. That's why I like it, not because of the other reasons, because those are just weird reasons. I don't even know why we do that, but anyways, okay. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I really like this. I like the colors. I think that part of what I would like to try to do is I would like to not have everything be at the bottom, but because I still use this very traditionally, I do like to have the top section, but maybe we will figure something out because this wasn't bad, blocking it out with the washi. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I guess I could still add in washi if I wanted to, and it might not look bad. I kind of wanna. I don't know what to do. See, this is one of those moments where I'm like, guys, somebody help me decide. I actually don't mind it, so we're just gonna do it. And it's just washi, so if I want to take it off, I probably won't have too much of an issue taking it off. I don't mind that. Okay, we're gonna do that like that. Just because I feel like I write the same thing. Like I say it all the time. Like a lot of people are like, what do I write in my planner? I don't even know. Like I'm so boring. I'm absolutely boring aside from like what my kids do. My kids aren't boring. But I write down the same thing. Like, you know, I wake up, I did water, meditation, all that good stuff. When I could just simplify it and I could just put like morning routine or not anything. Or maybe just like whatever I'm feeling that week. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, okay. I have kept you here long enough. If you have made it this far into the video, wow, we're at like 1 hour. Sorry, I was a little chatty today on this Monday, but if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so very much for taking time out of your day to come and hang out with me and plan and chat and all the good things. I know we're busy, so I appreciate you so very much for being here with us. And until I see you again, have a beautiful week and keep planning. Bye.